Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you guys are chilling out. Hope you're having some nachos and cheese and just gnawing down on that stuff. I also hope you're being safe out there and relaxing a bit. Life right now is stressful enough as it is, guys. And I thought tonight's topic would although it can be magic related, it doesn't have to be. This is kind of a little bit of a broader reaching topic for everyone. But I want to touch base on it. I do this one every 4 months or so. I like to bring this topic up because most people forget. And really, guys, you can never forget. Okay, so as you got from the thumbnail, we're going to talk about debt. We're going to talk about money. Who doesn't like money? But it's no fun when you don't have any. So, you've decided to get out of debt, be it from magic cards, investments, car loans, student loans, credit card debt. I'm going to show you the basics I have used. I am not a financial planner, guys. I don't do that for a living. But I'm very stingy with my money. Ask my friends. I save for things. I pay for things the right way of doing it, which maximizes my future potential earnings. So we're going to go over that today. This video will be a little bit longer than some, so hopefully you don't fall asleep during it. And it may not be your thing, especially if you're in that situation. It can be a very sensitive topic for some people. But please, I have been there. I get it. I just make sure I take the right steps sometimes to get myself and my family ahead. So let's go over that tonight, okay? I'm going to do some zippy zappies down here. All right, number one, cut expenses everywhere. So when you are in debt and you have trouble and you're like, wow, I have to make a change. I've got to make this work out for my family. I have to make sure I can pay my rent, pay my car bill, pay a credit card bill, whatever it may be. You have to understand, expenses aren't usually cut from one area. They are cut across a broad range of areas to give you a net goal. The goal is right through the hole. You want to make sure it's perfect. You want to make sure you don't overcut, undercut, although I tend to overcut, to plan for the worst but hope for the best. Okay? So cut expenses everywhere. Now this could be no going out to movies, no eating out, no buying any frivolous things. That could mean getting rid of your car so you don't have car expenses, which is gas, insurance, maintenance, upkeep on the car, gasoline on the car, all those lovely things that go with owning a car. Maybe public transit is your new best friend. So when you think about that, guys, that's an expense you can cut. Most major cities are going to have public transit of some type. I remember I met some older folks who just got rid of their cars because they only go into town, like say, once a week shopping. They need a taxi once a week. Well, that's only $80 a month for a taxi, $20 each time. X is $10 there, $10 back kind of thing. And it gets them all their stuff, but they were saving, $3,000 on insurance, car payments, gasoline, maintenance on the car. So it really did make quite a savings difference, okay? So keep that in mind. When you're cutting expenses, you're cutting everywhere. It can be getting rid of your cell phone, going back to a landline, cutting your internet down to a basic package, getting rid of cable altogether since most of us don't watch it. How many streaming services do you need? And even then, it's debatable. Okay? Debatable. Just saying. When you got to cut things, all those $13 bills add up to $100 bills. Okay? All that stuff adds up to stuff that is important to you and your family as well as your future. So please remember that you're cutting expenses everywhere. Let's go to number two. Number two, a want versus a need. A want is something you want. I want to buy that box of magic cards. I want to have Core 21 Collector Edition. I want that. This is a $300 pile of cardboard. I love my $300 cardboard pile. It is a want, not a need. I can play with my poor cards and play Magic just fine. You don't have to have expensive cards to play and enjoy Magic. But I want it. I don't want to give it up. Well, that's not going to help you now, is it? And that's not a very effective way of dealing with your money issues. As we've talked about on the channel, guys. Sorry, I'm just putting this back. As we've talked on the channel, even myself has cutbacks at times of the year where I actually will cut things back to take care of bills. I'm getting close to finishing paying for my car. I have overspent a lot on Magic this year trying to grow this channel. I've gone into debt to do so. People on Patreon right now are helping me pay for some of these things and get out of debt. And I do appreciate those people every day. But even they can't be expected to bail me out 100%, guys. That'd be silly. You know, if you can spare a dollar, you support me on Patreon. But maybe you have your own financial issues. So maybe you can't support me. So I have to support myself, which means I have to have cutbacks. Okay? When Commander Legends comes out, I will not be buying a case for myself. I will buy a couple of boxes to open here on the channel. And I'll kindly ask my store if I can open some of their boxes, just so we can contribute to the box openings and make sure we have a good selection of cards to view on the channel. I want to keep doing that for you. But they are expensive. I don't mean like they're more priced than normal, but Magic boxes used to be 88 bucks just a few years ago, guys. Before all these tariffs and stuff came in. Now here in Canada, we're paying $160 a box. That's a lot of money. That's parts of a paycheck, parts of a mortgage payment. Guys, sometimes that stuff has to be cut back. Maybe you don't buy a box, guys. Maybe you buy some stock that pays you dividend, and next year you buy a box because you've saved some money. It's not always about getting what you want right away. That is a want versus a need. The new Xbox is coming out. I want it. I do not need it. So I'll be waiting. It takes me about a year to save for those items, putting 20, 40 bucks here, away there, every once in a while. There are things I need more than a new Xbox. So the Xbox will take about a year for, me to save enough money to be able to purchase one. And here's the funny thing. Did you guess it? If it takes me a year to save for an Xbox, it takes about a month to 2 months to save for one game. Because I can't just go out and buy it. I don't do that. I save for things. I'm saving right now for the next boxes of Legends. Isn't that funny? I'm saving for it. I've already started putting $5 here, $5 there. I start putting little bits away to help pay for that. But I'm also still trying to save for a better microphone. I want a better lighting system for here. So you have to prioritize needs versus wants. I need to have a roof over my head. I need for my family to be fed. Think about that in your own situation. Needing versus wants. And play this video back over and over and over again, guys, because you're going to need help. I needed a lot of help to remind myself the needs versus the wants. Because sometimes the needs feel like they're wants. Especially if you're in a situation where you're feeling depressed or down on yourself. Some people, it's like a spend high. I spend money, I feel better about myself. Then I feel worse later when the bill comes in and I have bigger debts. That was very hard for me when I was younger. Getting out of that rhythm. Getting the discipline to do what I have to do to get ahead for me and my family takes a lot of discipline, and you can never lapse. So, although I don't make a lot of money at my job, and I do enjoy my job, I'm able to do what I do because I'm very disciplined in how I do things. Yes, I sell some Magic boxes. By the way, you guys can see me on eBay. I am 416 Boomstick. I do sell things on eBay. I do put boxes up there. And eventually I'll add something to my Patreons, to all my patrons, guys. You'll get a discount if you choose to buy something from me, or you want something that I have, you see somewhere. I do sell things once in a while, but not always. Everything has like a lifespan flip over date. So keep that in mind. But when you're doing this needs versus wants, pay attention to that, and don't be fooled into thinking a want is a need, because they're not. You gotta have hydro. You gotta have heat. You gotta have a roof. You gotta have food. You gotta have clothes. Nobody said they had to be from the Gap. They can be thrift store, whatever looks presentable. Okay, like you can really thrift it out when you have to, guys, to get ahead for your family. So keep that in mind. And by the way, if you guys have private questions about these things, you can email me at alaania@hotmail.com, ALAANIA@hotmail.com. I'm happy to answer personal questions you don't want to leave in my comment section, or you can leave it in the comment section. I'm happy to help you guys out too. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just me who actually owns my basement, not like those people who live in their basements. I own my basement. And I've been very stingy in life, and I've managed to at least keep my head above water to about here. Okay? All right, guys. Let's go on to the next one. That was a need versus a want. All right. Save, and save some more. Okay. This is very hard for people. How much money do you have saved? How much money do you have put away? In Canada, they say to put 10% of your gross earnings. So if you are making, let's say, $1,200 every 2 weeks in a paycheck, you're supposed to put $200 of that aside every paycheck and never touch it. That's called the rainy day money. That's your fund to do for RSPs, which is kind of like Canada's saving thing. for repairs to your house. It's your rainy day money in case something goes wrong, like losing your job. You're never supposed to touch it for any reason, for anything. It is the be-all, end-all. It is when things go bad. You don't even use that for your car repairs. I'm talking mortgage payments. I'm talking unforeseen things that cannot be helped. Car repairs come and go. You better have a car fund for that. But it's save, save, and more save. You want money to make you money. So you got to find bank stocks that pay dividends. Those dividends is free money. Regardless if the stock goes up or down, it's paying you a dividend to buy that stock. You take that dividend, guess what you do? Guess what you do? You don't spend it. Don't spend. Buy more dividends. Buy more stock. So every year it goes up a little bit bigger and your dividend gets a little bit bigger. And eventually you have enough to actually pay for a bill every month. But even then, you don't use it. You just build it bigger because it's for later in life. It's for the emergencies of life. Save, save, and more save. You should always have savings put aside. You should always have money put aside in case things go bad. Okay? Save, save, save. You don't spend what you don't have. You keep saving. All right. Use the system to your advantage. Now, there are ways of getting ahead in the system we live in today. Example. Tying your bills to your credit card. Every bill you can. Gas, food, electrical bills, hydro bills, property taxes, car payments, car insurance, everything. And if that credit card has a cashback dividend, so it pays you 1%, 2%, or 3% a year based on those items, you might get back $500, $600, $700, $800, $1,000 a year in a check at the end of the year. But guess what? Here's the trick. You have to stay ahead of that plan, right? So you can never have a bill. You can never have an unpaid credit card statement because that eats into your reward at the end of the year. You know, if you paid, I don't know, I bought $3,000 worth of items and I go ahead on that $3,000 item, I didn't make the minimum payment. So now I owe like $100. You just ate away 10% of your possible gross earnings at the end of that year if it was going to be $1,000, right? So you can't do that to yourselves. You can never miss a payment if you're going to use the system to your advantage. Because then what happens is, imagine this. Okay, ready? Let's see who even made it this far in the video. Most people get embarrassed with this stuff, but I don't. I want to help people. At least the way it helped me. So you go there. You have that $1,000 because you never missed your payments. You always paid everything off and those dividends built. Now that $1,000 can buy you magic cards at the end of the year. You can buy a case of magic because it's free money you never had to earn or pay for. Oh, better yet, use that to buy stocks. So next year when you do your dividends, you have more dividends from the dividend stock and you're still using the system to your advantage. Pretty cool, right? Just saying, it is very possible that these things can happen and help you, but you can never miss a payment. You can't be one of those people who floats a credit card bill. Floating a credit card bill is very bad. Credit card is one of the worst things you can have. It is credit. It's not your money. It is not yours. It is borrowed from some second institution and they want to make money off you. So of course they're going to give you credit. But you can abuse the system they've invented by doing what I just told you. Always pay your payments ahead of time. As soon as you buy something, go to the bank, pay it off. But then that $20 you got in dividend dollars or the $18, every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, 20, 40, 60, 80, it starts to build. And by the end of the year, you're like, dude, I have some money here. One year, I knew someone who managed to save $4,000 in dividends and they bought power. They put their parents' bills on their bills and their parents just paid them. They didn't care because they worked in cash. So anyway, it was a lot of money. And he used that money to buy a piece of power every year. And he still does it now, I believe, although power is more expensive, but he still does pretty good, okay? So keep that in mind. You can use the system to your advantage. All right, number 5. Never spend what you don't have. You do not go into debt to get things, ever. You save for it. You can buy it on your credit card, to, like I said before, to use it to your advantage. But you have to be able to pay that credit card back at the same day. You have to buy the item on the credit card, then go to the bank and pay the credit card bill ahead of time. So it's not a balance on your pay. Sorry, a lot of talking. You have to know what's going to happen, guys. So if you do that, you don't pay attention, you're going to end up with the bill again, right? You don't want that. You never spend what you don't have. Save it. Put money aside. This is something people are learning now in the world we're living in. It is a hard reality when you can't pay your rent. So you better be putting money aside and saving a bit. I'm not saying you can't have the magic cards. I'm not saying you can't have the big screen TV. I'm not saying you can't buy the lighting system. But you better be able to pay for it ahead of time. Okay? Now, magic cards can be considered an asset for those of you who play Magic. I know some people watching this video may not be Magic players, but we're talking about it in the context of Magic, which is a card game that you can have fun with. Some of those cards are very expensive, and they can be liquidated into cash, but it takes time. So don't think of a Magic card as it's a guaranteed asset. Unless it's reserve list and old and expensive. It'll always have a certain value to somebody. But buying the new cards, Uro looks like he's going to get banned. $100 card, $30 card, $10 card, $5 card because he's banned. In a lot of formats, it happens, right? So keep that in mind, guys. You don't spend what you don't have. Save your money. Remember, save, save, save. Don't spend it if you don't have it. It's okay to save up for something. That's what people used to do. As a person who has never gone on a vacation, I've never been anywhere. I've stayed in Canada my whole life. I went to the States once on a road trip with some buddies. That's as far as I've ever gone. And it was only for like a weekend. And it was nowhere amazing. So we just came right back. So, although I did get to go to White Castle, which was really good. Americans are so lucky for White Castle. So, we come back to this and we say, save. Vacations used to happen 2 or 3 times in a lifetime. You're not owed a vacation, but you are owed your retirement, so save your money. Magic cards can be part of an investment portfolio. I do that if you don't open them. Remember that. I'm not trying to be dictating. I'm just trying to say, that's how it is. Last one. Rainy days are your friend. It is okay to stay home with your family, watch a movie, make some home popcorn, in a rainy day and watch a movie, play a board game, play cards, go for a walk. All those things are generally free. They don't cost you anything. You don't have to go to a movie, to the aquarium, to a restaurant, and spend money that you could be saving for future needs and possibilities. You want to go on vacation? Stop buying coffee every day. Save up that money for your vacation. Cut something out to get something. That's what I'm telling you to do. Cut things out. For all you guys who, like, even myself, I bought a case of this, right? A case of Magic cards with $1,000. I bought a case. Okay, picture this. I did it for the channel, but picture this. I bought a case of set boosters. I bought a case of draft boosters, right? I bought a collector booster box. If I didn't buy those, you know what that is? That is one piece of Power 9. That is a Mox Pearl. Beat up, but it's a Mox Pearl. It's a Mox Ruby that I could have bought. Power. Okay? Lots of us bought boxes. There are other channels who watch my channel. You guys know who you are. We all bought boxes. Right? Rainy days, your friend. Sometimes you have to cut back to get ahead. I love this channel and I love spending time with you guys. If you've even watched, oh my God, 18 minutes in. If you've watched this far into the video, I love spending this time with you guys every night. But if it wasn't for my patrons, people who are helping do it now, we would not be getting this many videos. I was doing videos like 3-4 days a week and that was it. I'm doing videos 6 to 9 times a week right now because the patrons have made that possible. And it is exhausting, guys. But they've made it possible because they are helping fund what goes on. The patrons here make that possible. They are helping with my rainy days. Okay? You guys need that too out there. You can't just spend what you don't have. I can't just keep spending and saying, oh, my channel is going to be great. My channel is great because you guys are here. Am I going to get to the 1,000 eventually? I know I will, but it'll take time. Other channels can get there faster. Other channels already have 10,000 people. They got lucky. They had a viral video. They got a shout out on another channel. And that's fine. Cool. I have you guys. I don't need somebody else. You guys, there's 150, 200 of you guys who tune in every day to hear what I have to say. And we conversate and have a great time doing it. And I hope you look forward to it as much as I do. Because right now, what I'm doing right now, spending time with you guys, doesn't cost me anything. It costs me some time, which I can spare at the moment. And thank you to the patrons for actually making that possible. And I hope that people out there appreciate it as much as I do. You guys are awesome. So please remember, save money. Be smart about your money. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm always here. You guys know that. I answer all the time. And thank you for tuning in. This is MTG Moxman. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you smash that subscribe button. Pass this along to a friend. I don't know, find me on Instagram. Find me wherever you want, man. Twitter. I'm on Twitter too. You can find me there. I'm out there. And I'm happy to answer your questions. Happy to be there for you guys like you guys are for me. Have a great evening. Thanks a lot for tuning in. This is MTG Mox, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe out there, okay, guys? Save your money. That's funny. Remember that commercial? That's like the like Canadian Bank one. What was that one again? I forget. It was a funny one though. Orange? Tangerine? I don't know. Some weird bank. Hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in this MTG Mox, man. Next month, of course, is the patron-only giveaway, at least to this point. And looking forward to having new patrons join. We're at 37. Can't wait till we have 50. Gonna be awesome. Have a great one. Bye, guys.